And I know you guys seen this in the videos in the past, but if you haven't, this is going to be the next project. Took it apart, see what we have. So what I want to do is I want to start grinding all these crummy welds down. They look terrible. Definitely tell that was rubbing the wheel. Get all these welds grinded down. This was not me. Got some parts on the way. So I've got throttle cables, brake cables, all of that assembly. I've got the head gasket for the blue engine. So bought this sick carb, bought all this stuff to get this, and then the head gasket was blown. So my hope is that I'll be able to put the new head gasket in, which I might work with on that today. Put the new head gasket in, clean this engine up. I think it's going to look really good on the bike. The blue and silver is going to look better than we originally was going to put this on the big one, the big RT 200, but we didn't for obvious reasons. I got a new clutch on the way, and so yeah, I'm going to pull the head off. It's hard to tell, but right here in the gasket, right there, it's just blowing out. It sounded like an exhaust leak. So yeah, that's the plan. I'm going to work on cleaning up these welds and just, you know, getting it ready for paint. We're gonna, not sure about the color yet. I wanted to go black. I think I got another idea. We'll see how it goes. So the stock exhaust hits the frame. So I've got an exhaust in mind. Got a couple different options. But for now, I've got one I tacked up. If y'all remember from the original one, it's ugly, but it does work. I use that, so we're gonna use this just to get the clearance, get everything mounted up, and then go from there. All right. Good. Let's see. It's close there, isn't it? Best bet's gonna get some bolts in it and see. Oh man, it's gonna be blowing right into my seat, so that's not gonna work. Let's see. All right, guys, so we've got our first problem. There is I believe this is for the rear fender, which is fine in all honesty, but so this is hitting the bottom of the chain. And when I say it's hitting on the bottom of the chain, because what I want to do is I'm going to have my tension roller here, chain sitting up, so it's pulling it up into that. So we're going to have to cut these two off. So that's what we'll do now. All right, guys, so we finally got everything cleared out of the way for the chain. Doing some test fitting. I had two pieces of chain, not realizing one's a 40, one's a 420. So one's a little bit wider than the other, but I like the way the 420 fits. So I'll be picking up a new one for the complete build. Like I said, this is just to get the mock-up, but the final product, I'll pick up another chain. I thought the original, where the like the welded on where you put a chain roller was gonna work, but it did not. So it I don't think it's gonna work. It was pushing the chain out. I know it's not gonna work, sorry. It was pushing the chain out. It was right here. So got everything out of the way to get clearance, which is sweet. Got chain on. It looks like we're gonna get first time actually having an engine and a chain on this thing, which is awesome. Again, you just want to get my mock up. Obviously that's super loose, but I want to see exactly how this thing's gonna mount up. Looks like it's got a little twist right there's where it looks like it needs to be. Nope. All right, guys, got the engine bolted in, got the chain on. Obviously there's no roller tensioner or anything. Just getting a feel for what exactly we're gonna need. Like I said, this is not gonna be the permanent. It doesn't seem to like, but I've just got a bigger chain and a little bit smaller chain, 420 chain. You can see just kind of pieced together to get, looks like the engine might need to go over to the right a little bit. It's kind of hard to tell. It looks like it maybe be twisted a little bit. So just kind of tinkering with that a little bit. Probably gonna plumb everything in. All right, guys, we're gonna start plumbing up a throttle cable. Feels pretty good right there. Got enough. Been getting these off of Amazon. These are just a real nice, cheap alternative. They work great with the style. Let's see, we're gonna need a Phillips head. I really like the way these work. So all you do is you take the end and you feed that through. Put this up. Back that out. Get all you can. Go. This sits in there. There we go. Remember the way you took it out. So that goes in there, and you feed that into the hole. This is a whole little kit you can get. Feed the. You have a heck of a throttle there, and it rolls in just like that. Right? And from my experience, these things are really nice and springy. So go ahead and slide that on. What's up, guys? Welcome back. Day, like, who knows? Been working on this chopper a little bit, working on different projects, as you'll see or have seen in this video. By the time you're at this point, got the Camo RT200 running. Been waiting on parts for the chopper, got the engine mounted up. The chain's not gonna work. I'm waiting on it. Of course, it's taking longer than UPS or FedEx or Amazon said. So what my plan is I've got the old seat that this came off the chopper. What I want to do is I'm gonna use this material. It's pretty cool. I think it'll look good. I want to do the chopper blue, so I think adding a brown seat would be something different. So I'm going to try to trace this out and see what we can do as far as covering the seat today. So this is loosely on there, no staples. I got it cut, just gonna see. Probably gonna bring out the heat gun, just kind of work it, try to make it look, look decent. I think it's gonna be pretty cool. We'll definitely try it. I got the old crusty one off, so see what we can do about getting this one to work. All right, guys, there it is. Very first time ever wrapping a seat or anything like that, doing any upholstery work. Got a few little, obviously in the back, and it's going to be covered up by the fender, but I think all in all with the shape, I'm pretty happy with it, especially for my first time. All right, guys, so we brought her out, still waiting on the chain. Got the seat uncovered. So a couple little things. The exhaust is literally blowing right into my crotch, so that's going to be a problem. So what I'd like to try to do is, I've got this exhaust that would work, and I think it'd look pretty cool right there. I'm gonna have to probably cut it at the straight point and figure out how to get it up to, cut it at the straight point and how to figure out how to get it all the way up there. So take this off, probably gonna flip it, see if we can get that welded up. We'll see what we can make out of it. So I cut the original flange off of the exhaust, cut this off of the little chrome exhaust. So what I'd really like to do is get that welded in, boom, probably cut it in there and then put a piece to go straight. Hold on 1 second, it's kind of hard to hold everything. We can get that welded. It's gonna be very, very close. Put a straight piece in there and now I got an exhaust. So, all right guys, so we got the chain on, made our exhaust, got everything dialed in. We're gonna go take this for a little rip. I think we're gonna be out of gas. Alright guys, still working on the mini chopper build. Got the headlight in, so I think it's going to look really, really sweet. I kind of wanted to go with that chopper look. I didn't want to do a round, 6-inch or 7-inch, a big one. I wanted to do something small. So I got this one off of Amazon. Brandon's going to hook it up for us. It's pretty cool. It's got a LED ring around it and then the LED running light. So hook this up real quick. We tested it. So this is going to be the LED ring, which is surprisingly bright for what it is. I mean, that's definitely bright. And then the battery's kind of dead. Don't have enough juice for the big LED up front. So, maybe switch it. There you go. It was kind of flickering because the battery's dead. Yeah, you see it? It's only running 2 of the 30. So I bet it's gonna be super bright. We'll get a battery on it. So what we're gonna work on is, it's already got the headlight thing. It's kind of twisted. Brandon's gonna pull off the bolts. What I want to do, I want to clean up this front end. These are riveted in. I absolutely hate these. We're gonna go ahead and get these rivets off and clean up. Got the light hooked up. It actually ended up working out really, really good. So the next thing we're gonna do is either side grind these things off, or I'm gonna try to drill it first and see if I can drill the heads off and get those out. So So the next thing we're going to work on is the foot pegs. Absolutely love the positioning of them. I mean, obviously they're wore out. So what we're going to do is we've got some really nice Harley Davidson OEM ones, but the problem is this: if you look at the way the style, they're much smaller, so they don't have the hook essentially on the bottom of them. So what we're gonna do, if you look real quick, Brandon's got his fingers in there. All right. Go ahead, pull it out. So if you put something in there, pop it in there. So we are going to weld and make these work. We're going to weld these up and make them work. All right, guys, so got that welded on. I still got to clean it up, clean up the bottom, obviously, where I cut the square bolt in half. But what the purpose is boom, now, hold on one second. What will happen is that's just basically creating a stopper, and when doing so, boom. Now we can use the Harley Davidson foot pegs. They look so much better than these raggedy old things. And it worked. I think I hit that. Pop. Bad. You hear me? Chain pop bad. Oh. Oh, I thought we were good. We're good.
about 30. Well, what's yours say?
31?
Mine's, yeah.